Hey, everybody. Hey, G. Hey, Sigma. How goes the narrowing of the eyes? Do your eyes, do they feel narrow? I know G's very suspicious tonight because he doesn't trust any bookstore who leaves their books out all night. Totally valid. I wouldn't either. Alright, let's see what we're up to. Gates. Drink it. No. Body down. The jam mystery. Find who's a lady driver. Escape doomed commercial area. I want to do that today. Where's bad dressing? No. Find money. Find smokes and smoke them. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Found the person in yellow who tampered with the scene. Tattoos. Some of the whirling pigs secret passage. I wish. Sing karaoke. Buy some pants. And the smoker. Go to the smoker tonight. Alright, so I think that means we have to get that damn body down. No, Sigma, I like it there. It really kind of adds to the ambiance of the backyard. What do we have equipped? Interfacing gloves. What about tools? Okay. We want the pry bar equipped most of the time, in case we come across random containers that can be opened via pry bar.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Hi,
What's
friend. How are you doing today? Let's see. I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this driver lady? Got any smokes on you? Care to spare some change? I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this driver lady? Lady driver, excuse me.
I don't want to talk about that.
He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, and then looks away. Why, do you know something? What is it? I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business. Okay, let's change the subject then. What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
He bites his lip. I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do. Who is this person? What's her name? Who is she to you? What does she look like? Who is this person? What is her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
Gruff McGruff.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed.
Huh.
It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
He's answering reluctantly.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Ooh, true logic. Very true. Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
I don't remember what color the woman's hair was. She was doing graffiti. I remember she was doing red graffiti. I think she did have multicolored hair.
He still is.
Maybe?
Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
Yeah, that's
The
my
girl's
job.
troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
Gee, what are you, Kim? Taking some notes down?
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Believe it. Believe us, it really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Oh, I know that darkness well. I got some darkness inside me.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching, it's just a few questions. Come on, man. Life is just a joke. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I was told everyone is afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hold on, her mind? When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Hold on, her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
Fair.
Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Crispy Onions! Thanks for the follow, friend. Welcome to the Viking Raiders. Thanks for grabbing an oar and jumping in the longboats. Delicious onions. Delicious crispy onions. Oh. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. She's a suspect. I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish this investigation. Fine, I'll drop the matter for now. Find another way. Fine, I'll drop the matter for now.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Is that true? I can't force Tommy. He's like the only person I like besides Kim. I don't want to make him sad. All right. Yeah, he's good folk. Let's go talk to that damn racist again. I hate you.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I mean, kind of want to. I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He smirked while he said it. First, you knew Silang didn't do it. Then why are you smirking? Just tell me which one's her lorry. Oh, alright then. Oh, alright then. I'll just keep on walking. First, you knew that Silang didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He grins a wide smile. God, I hate this guy.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Great. Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Ah, man, I hate him. So who does you? So who does the lady driver? Actually, we do. Just tell me who the goddamn lady driver is. So who does? The lady driver? Nah, fuck that. Actually, we do.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Alright, you got it, Kim. It's all you.
Yeah, him.
For a moment, the lorryman is silent, then he spits on the pavement. Cross your arms and nod. Who's Laputa? What are you doing, Kim? Let me handle it. Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Ooh, peones.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
He says, unsure where this is leading.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
He gets closer to him. Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Oh shit. Kim going super ultra big brain.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
He looks at him.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
But he says that as his eyes dart between the lieutenant and myself.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Oh, snap. The lieutenant points to the yard.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Mm-hmm.
I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Oh no. Oh no. I think we have something that adds to Half-Light. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we have something that adds to Half-Light. Let's see. -1 to Half-Light. Oh no. Nothing we're wearing now reduces it, right? Okay. We have a 28%. The heck even is Half-Light? What are you? Let the body take control, threaten people? Okay. It's intimidate. Got it.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Got a smoke?
No.
Fine, be that way. Alright. It's a white check. It's 28%. Alright, let's give her a roll.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
We missed it by 1. We were so close. The jig's up, I've got the goods on you. Why don't you and me step outside for a little talk? Look, I'm sorry, can you just tell me what you know? Why don't you and me step outside for a little talk?
What? What do you think we're doing right now, Runt? We're outside talking.
That took me a morale hit. Damn it, I meant, do you want to find someplace private to... No, shit.
There's some kind of homo thing?
The Lorman raises an eyebrow. No, of course not. Just tell me what you know. I don't really know where that came from. Or yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is.
Okay, that's enough, detective. That's enough. Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Ugh. No, let's go talk to the crazy old lady. Maybe she knows something. I don't want to do to poor Tommy. This crazy old lady can tell me something, maybe. Just tell me which lorry's hers.
Lowman, You caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Oh, thanks, Pale Driver. Alright, are you the lady driver? She's not.
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
No. No?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Thanks, suggestion. I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here. Well, aren't you a lady? Okay, so maybe she just doesn't like being referred to as a lady. Maybe it's that specific phrase. Like a lady in waiting, like that kind of lady. I was told you're of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
Alrighty. So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
What did you used to do? Jesus. Just like- the people who really used to know me, they're scared of me. Why are you scared of the people who used to know you? You said long haul, that's... Then who was the female driver I was told about? You said... Why are you scared of people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
Aw, that's sad. That's very depressing. You said long haul, that's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just...
She hums along, as if to a track on repeat. Yeah, gee, this is real sad. Why is this game so sad?
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
That was a lovely song. Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around? And I have my movies to go to.
Thanks.
Oh, Sim.
Your mind is elsewhere now on other matters.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick.
It's probably all the drugs. Oh, that is very unfortunate. If I push Tommy, he's not gonna be my friend anymore. But there's no one else to talk to. Sunglasses guy, we could try to talk back to him. He's the one who told us it was the lady driver. We could try to talk to him again. Or we could just go see if that girl is got some multicolored hair. Who's this guy? This guy wasn't here yesterday, was he? I ain't got shit. Alright. Who's this person? Working class woman. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. Leave her be. Hello. No ceremonies, just hello. A good one? Points at the book.
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Who says that? Who, me? Nobody. I'm just a blue collar boy.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
I mean, I get it. She is reading.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Yeah. She doesn't want to be bothered, so I could leave her alone. Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Phenomenal.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
He points to his sleeve. Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand. Maybe your husband is missing? Watch her browse books. That's all for the moment. I'll let you read. Maybe your husband is missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Talking?
I don't know, G. I don't know what this conversation is. This poor woman. I'm gonna end up scaring her away from the bookstore.
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
She looks around and takes a deep breath, a little annoyed. Wouldn't you like to?
No.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. I can totally help you find your missing husband. Suit yourself then. I don't really care if your husband is missing. Maybe you're right. Maybe he isn't missing indeed. Um, Suit yourself then. I don't really care if your husband is missing.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
Is empathy trying to trap me here? What is happening? It's okay.
What?
It's all right to not know your husband is nothing shameful in that. No, I was talking to myself. I should stop. It's okay. We're going deep diving back in. It's all right to not know your husband. Nothing shameful in that.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me.
She puts
My
her
husband is not missing.
she puts her foot down. Could you imagine if a police officer just walked up to you while you were reading a book, just hanging out, and just was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to gaslight you into believing that your husband is missing."
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
Oh, maybe it's something else? I can feel something. Maybe your cockatoo is missing. Maybe your children are missing. Maybe your cockatoo is missing. Yeah, exactly, G, with that smirk, with that insane look on your face. Like some clown who did too much drugs and might murder you at any second. There is a mystery here, and I am going to solve it just as soon as I find out what that mystery is. Oh, maybe the mystery was what the mystery was the whole time. Maybe your cockatoo is missing.
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Kim is full on the crazy train of we have to let him get to where he's gonna go. Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
I can see what. All right, cockatoo's not missing. I just want to make sure. What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
All right, cockatoo's not missing. I just want to make sure.
Great.
She turns her attention back to the book stand. Just one more question. What did you mean by me being a cockatoo? Sure.
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Is that a thing? Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip. And I get a task. Or you're being sarcastic. Let's move up. Let's talk about something else. Let's get a task to go get a cockatoo book.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Well, maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Her words come out quick as gunshots. Maybe too quick. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's definitely disturbed by now. I police whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Who doesn't like a little electrochemistry?
What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before.
They're at home smoking cigarettes. What if something awful's happened? What if they're in the sewers? Okay, great, just making sure. What if something awful happened? What if they're in the sewers? Yeah, our brain's like it's not okay. Like we're like super not okay. To the point where I don't know if you remember, but I called the station psychologist, doctor, what have you. And he basically said I was a lost cause and that he couldn't help me. Like, give up, is what he told me.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. There's nothing to worry about.
Now I'm extra worried.
She's getting upset. Her voice has risen as she tries to convince herself that her daughters are safe.
I just, like, arbitrarily made this woman panic.
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying them a little easier.
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Ooh, now they're at a party. It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional. You're right, let's not talk about your daughters. I don't know what got into me. No, it's for the investigation.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
She picks up a book and tries to concentrate. A flock of seabirds passes by. Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
That's all for now. I'll let you read.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
And wants to know what the hell is wrong with you. And the answer is a lot. A lot is wrong with me. I am a cockatoo. Hey, you. What color's your hair? Actually, let's do this next to her in case she tries to run. At least you aren't reading books out in the snow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the crazy one here. If she didn't want to be bothered, she should have been reading books inside. Alright, balcony, balcony. Hey you, what color's your hair?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I ain't no snitch.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Let's go inspect her room for clues. Nope. Clueless. Just like me. Alright. So, our current options for this thread are to give up and not get the information from the lady on the boat, to try to find my badge, to try to convince our friend that he has to tell us who she is, or to try to find her ourselves with the information we currently have. It might be in the coat. What might be in the coat? My coat? What you talking about? The coat you need to jump to? Oh, the badge might be in the coat? Yeah, it could be. I can't make that jump though. We could like... We could try to go to the docks and see if we can come around the other way, maybe? Because I cannot make that jump. Need to up your savoir-faire. Yeah, again. Because I did already. I think that I already did that one once, right? Oh, no, I didn't. Was it Savoir Faire? I guess we can look. Policeman cloak, yeah, Savoir Faire. What do we have for items? So we need to take off our boots. You can't be wearing those pants, which is fine. Yeah, we can wear pants now, though. We have new pants that don't get rid of Savoir Faire. So we take off our boots. But that was still like 28% or something like that. It was still not good. So I think I don't even know like if we got a point in it, it'd still be pretty low. What do we have for experience? 40 out of 100. Oh man. Have we seen any ladies with multicolored hair anywhere that we can think of? This is other stuff that I could probably get to if I could make that jump. Let me in. And then this is his door, which we're going to come back to tonight. Might need to grind some side quests. The only thing I'm concerned about is she said that the jam was only going to be for a couple days, so I don't know. She didn't give me an exact time. She wasn't like Wednesday at noon. I just don't want to miss it. All right, but if we're gonna grind, it means what is that? Did I miss this when I was up there? Is that money? If we're gonna grind, I think that means we go to the bookstore. We've had that avenue open for quite a while now. Are you money? Excuse me. Are you money? You are money. Not a lot of money. I'll take the 15 real, the 0.15 real. Yeah, we don't we don't have to sleep. The only issue with staying up all night is, well, it's two issues really. Is Kim won't be with me, so if we need him for anything, we won't have him. And then the other thing is that I've seen a couple of these notes that said basically that at a certain time some people start to leave the streets, and then at another time after that, basically everybody goes to bed. So there would be no one to talk to, but that doesn't mean we couldn't explore things. Yeah, 2 a.m. everyone's gone. Which obviously a lot of this game is, in fact, talking to people, but we can interact with items every time. Search for bottles. Break into the harbor? I don't know. I want to see how much this cockatoo book is. Creepy, bad feeling bookshop. Hello.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
Oh, we haven't gone very far. The dark sarcophagus paused dramatically.
Yes, yes. How was it?
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from the bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there, just a heap of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I'm in no position to give out personal opinions. It was a charnel house of failed businesses leeching life energy from the bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
A tremor runs through her. She shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I'm not. This is all premature. I just wanted to know if you had a book on peacocks. Wait, no, cockadoodles.
You don't have anything of substance to tell her
Yet?
until you found that entity of hers.
Okay, we'll come back for that. I'm just looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
All right. Which one of these? I think that was. This is biographies. Is this the cockatoo book? Move
A
again.
sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
From A to Zurich. I'm a well-behaved cockatoo. Flip through the pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
I know what that's like. What about this guide to the cockatoo storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo.
Which I do
I've
not.
heard they're quite capricious.
I should give it to Kim. $3.99. I want to buy the guide to cockatoos, or interfacing medium 10. Steal the guide to cockatoos. Oh, -1 angry storekeeper stare down. All right. Leave. I don't think we have anything else that adds to interfacing. I think we're wearing it. Yeah. Alright, so maybe we'll buy a $4 cockatoo book at some point. But first, let's go through this scary door. Now that we have a flashlight. Should probably equip the flashlight. There we go. What do we have here? Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Alright. And this? The poster says, Sidious Fortis, the rest is worn off. Is this a bull? It's a shot put ball. Is that like a bull? Oh my god, it's worth almost $14. $14 shot put ball. That's insane. To sell such beautiful old school sports equipment should be a sin. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably close enough. But yeah, we need to find something worth a couple bucks so that we can sell it, so that we can actually afford to sleep tonight. What do we have here?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates.
Looks like a barbell.
It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
That's probably a bad idea.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Agreed.
Why does it feel so familiar?
I don't know. Maybe I used to be a weightlifter back in my days. Oh God, no. Is it familiar because I'm a weightlifter? Look, Kim, it's a trap. There's no collars on the barbells. Or legendary physical instrument, legendary 14, lift the barbell. Yeah, that's a bad. Let's start with look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of a bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. Actually, I don't really care about safety hazards. What kind of bastard would remove the collars?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Is it familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Was I a wrestler? Was I a previous life wrestler?
It's just a memory. A memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
If only we were young and fit. I feel like it's a bad idea to lift this. I feel like it will hurt a lot. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. So does everything in this room. Do we have anything that adds to physical instrument besides our white tank top? No. Do we try it? It might hurt us. It might hurt us significantly. Alright, we're doing it.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
God, there's no
like
way
a
we
dog
make this.
for its master.
Come on, double sixes. Oof. You ready to die? Ow. That didn't feel
You
great.
manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Okay, so 3 things. 1, screw you, man. Just because you're old doesn't mean you have to have bad form. 2, we missed it by 1 again. And I want to say that's the 3rd check that we've missed. That when we missed by 1. So come on, game. Just give me a little bit extra. Just a little luck. And then 3, Kim just watching the wall, pretending not to watch. Exactly, Jade. That was what I was going to comment. I love that Kim is just like, what's he doing over there? Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to pretend there's nothing happening behind me because this is going to be embarrassing for all of us. So let me just look away at these interesting wall mounts.
See? See? This place is cursed.
Psh, Inland Empire's with me. Fuck you, you stupid barbell. Seems like I'm a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck. Whatever, weightlifting is for the intellectually impaired anyway, or say nothing. Seems like I'm a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
See, the lieutenant agrees with me. I just needed... Yeah, no, these garden gloves aren't good enough, Jay. I needed the extra grippy ones. Alright, let's go find an entity. Now that we've finished exploring this lovely gym. What do we have here? The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. So it is. What about in here? Okay. Not creepy at all. What do we got? Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Okay. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Huh. It's like one of those jugs. Any chompers? Got any chompers in chat? No, no chompers, please. Please, no more dark woods. Please. No more murder. Oh my god, that's terrifying. This place is terrible. I mean, it's not as bad as the dark woods, but it's getting close. Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of blades. Well, they are blades. Too spoopy for me. I mean, look at this. Look at these. This is creepy. It's with all the mannequins. The creepy mannequins. A naked mannequin torso. A strange yellow color. We got $3. Here we go. We have enough money for so that we can sleep tonight. So call that a plus. We can afford to actually have a bed tonight. What in the hell? Is that like an elf with a huge beard and a sword? What was going on in here?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
So weird. Project Dread board.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Candle Welkings. Casting wax-based magic. Okay.
Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Yeah, I was wrong saying, but they're not elves. They're Welkins, apparently. Creepy, creepy Welkins.
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Oh, so maybe I wrote it. I have a tortured, feverish mind.
One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the Welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist.
Uh-oh.
The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Goddamn racist Welkins.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
Aha. Yep, that's not terrifying one bit.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Agreed, Kim. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. Whisper. One of them is a Welkin supremacist. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from Welkins. Whisper, one of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
What? Who would want to do world building? World building for a game? People don't even like world-built games. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Not yet. This has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Yo, Kim is a fan. Kim wants to take a. You should use your other photo to take a photo of this.
And for what? All gone.
It's all gone. Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Fun.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden.
Someone's done a lot of prep work on this.
Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
You know, something addictive like morphine or eggnog.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Morphnog? Who doesn't love a little Morphnog? Let's inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
I wonder how that went.
Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of production. These squares look orderly, but beneath them is chaos, worry, pain.
Well, as there should have been, considering how everything went here. Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer.
Uh-oh.
The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Rip.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Well, let's inspect some notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Okay. Well, that was a fun little side. What is banging around? Also, what's this?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Haunted elf game? Haunted elf game? We're gonna make this game ourselves. We have all the information that we need right here.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Says Lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious. Do you think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
I'm gonna turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
What is happening right now? Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
Oh, is it like missing its hard drive?
This is where the memory should go.
There you go. Press play.
Nothing happens.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Let's play again.
Nothing happens.
Okay. So we need to find the memory for this little computer that we have here. What's going on over here?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being?
Probably not.
The symbols seem very esoteric.
Looks like math. What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems.
Oh.
UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
You like the Inland Empires better. Yeah, it's a diagram for summoning some long-forgotten being. So we're dealing with something medical here. This must be an elaborate piece of art. Of course, narrow your eyes. The anatomy of the curse. Dun dun dun. We should narrow our eyes.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations. All lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Wait, who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Okay.
All of this is gone, left unrealized.
This would have been a great radio game, if only.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
So maybe it was after? Maybe someone came in after?
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The lieutenant leans closer, his fingers tracking the maddening rhizome. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Failed fantasy MMO. Just add another to the pile. Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Huh. What else? Squinted the lines.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Alright. What's this? Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. If only. Oh! There's a loading screen between these two rooms. Wasn't ready for that. Oh. Are we in the basement? What the hell is that giant bear thing? Money? Money. And some more magnesium. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. 2 real. A boss fight. It's the curse boss fight. Or the boss fight curse. It's like... Is it like a refrigerator or something? It's like a bear refrigerator? Do you think the cupboards inside the refrigerator are bare?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
I love that you hated that. All of the chat hates this. What is this thing? It looks like a giant bear, or crack open the door. What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal.
All two
A
of you.
sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Let's crack open that door. Could be anything in here.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
It's a crazy looking refrigerator light.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Love it. You keep your hand right there, Kim. I don't know what's inside this crazy fridge. Look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Maybe it's a secret entranceway. Take the note from the door. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there. What is a great bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Yeah, now we got fridge magnets. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge. Ah.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
This is why everything fails, is because the electricity bills are too damn high from this fridge. What'd you find? A handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the fridge door.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled S I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
The illiterate ginger kid, is that Kuno? That sounds like Kuno. S, I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. Stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-white copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Okay, there's an ice cream. Maybe there's an ice cream maker in here somewhere. I wonder who wrote that note.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Remind me again, what's the filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Oh, thanks, Kim. Yeah, I wonder, it's in an ice cream maker, so maybe that's just where they hid it, and it doesn't need to stay frozen. In the frozen ice cream maker. Oh, but he does say, if I live in a civilized place with a freezer. Yeah, I mean, maybe, like, their computers overheated really quickly or something, so when they weren't using them, they froze them. Who's the illiterate ginger kid? It's definitely Kuno.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
The lieutenant looks at you, the corner of his mouth curved into a smug grin. You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
I'm sure. Although Kuno doesn't like money. You have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Alright, well, let's put this note away. Let's find ourselves a ice cream maker. Kuno doesn't care. Kuno threw it in the ocean. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. Let me in. Do I need to have a... Let's see... Can I open it now? No? What's this? Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. How about this? Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Two rusty rifles? Oh yeah, there are some rifles up there. What is this place? Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Think this is for the revolution? Ooh, what's this?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room. That's what I said. Where are we? Comrade. Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine light in the hidden compartment. Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
He points up.
Must be an old weapons cache.
He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. I agree. Definitely an old weapon cache. Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do. Look inside. No, you do the honors.
Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working, and... No!
He nods and steps closer. His hand reaches in, rummaging in the dark.
An old Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here.
Ooh, fancy rifle?
This should cheer you up.
I mean, gonna take a lot to cheer me up.
It's yours, officer. You found this place.
I did find this place. I found all of this place. You didn't even want to come in here. You were like, this is a side mission. We don't need a side mission. We've got a case to solve. And I was like, no, Kim. Side missions are the mission. Yeah, we get some greed. We can afford this street lamp now, maybe. What does this mean? A rifle here.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Noted.
He likes this find.
He likes this find. I mean, it makes sense. It sounds like a Kim thing. Okay. I need you back here to come across any bottles. $11 for the ancient Bell McGrave rifle. Not bad. Not as good as the shot put ball, but $11 is $11. Right? For an antique rifle, $11. Meanwhile, my bill upstairs was 130 something. Maybe because it's broken. It's a 4-shot bolt action military rifle with a wooden frame. All right. Wait, can I search it now that he's done
A
searching
few
it?
bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall.
Okay. Maybe there are more ice cream makers than just that one. Because those... Ooh, like, is this an ice cream maker? And maybe it's still plugged in? What do we have here? A frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Let me in.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
That's weird.
It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Aw, we'll never be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Try to crack open the lid?
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
Yeah, seriously. Inland Empire making us all depressed while we're near ice cream.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Thanks, hand-eye coordination.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Thanks, tutorial agent. What kills me is I literally, like, what, a minute ago? Rotated these out? Like, literally a minute ago?
This orange machine is buzzing
Ugh.
like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Heroic 15. Pry bar is not strong enough. I think you're right, G. I think we need to defrost it. That's what I was thinking as well. Is we should turn off the power to all this stuff. Ooh, what's over here? Gimme. Yeah. Like, I bet you this is power right here.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
That might ruin it, though, if it needs to be cold. Maybe. I feel like if the outside of it is frozen solid, like it's like frozen shut, shouldn't that mean that, like, shouldn't the outside become less frozen before the inside loses a lot of its temperature? Because, like, the reason why a refrigeration unit would lose a lot of its temperature is when it gets open and closed a lot. Like, if you lose power and you don't open your freezer for a lot of that time, then a lot of times you're okay. For a while, anyways. Hey, Sea God, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that for grabbing one of the oars, jumping in the Viking longboat, and becoming a Viking raider. Welcome to the clan. We're playing some Disco Elysium right now. I just want to unplug both of them, kinda. Let's look around first, but I think we're gonna have to unplug them. Can we see which one is plugged into which? Like, that looks like a red cable. But I thought you said that the other one was a red cave. We'll go take a look. What do we got here? Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Interesting. The intercoms that we were talking to earlier, the crazy intercoms, the crazy comms. A new shirt. We got a new shirt. +1 drama. Insane mesh tank top. What else we got? What are we wearing now? +1 physical instrument. Ooh, what do we want to wear in our day to day? I'm thinking we wear drama in the day to day. Oh my god, look at that thing. Oh my god. Look at this shirt. +1 drama is right. I am dramatic. See, this is another moment where I would like to turn off the glamour on that jacket. But I'm not going to just not walk around with +1 conceptualization. But I would much rather it look like I was walking around like this all day. Amazing. Alright, we'll wear that instead of the +1 physical instrument. We'll just remember that we have that for when we need it. I should sort these by color, right? To make it a little bit easier to like find this crap. So this is red. This is purple. Yellow can go over here, I guess. Blue. Purple. Red. And other. This is other. Alright. New clothes. Who doesn't love new clothes? Oh. Did we come in through this door? Or out through that door, I mean? Interesting. Who's that? How do we get up there? Do you have multiple colored hair? I bet you that's our driver. I just have a feeling. You know, just a gut. Something deep down in my guts. Alright, we're gonna wait a second, finish looking around this basement before we turn that off. I thought he said that there was red going over here.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What is even worse, the bear is still
The
costing
red
them
snaky
money to
cable
this day.
running from the fridge. We did ignore the union dudes, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember rooftop bar either, but that's what it looks like. It looks like there's like some kind of rooftop something on the Warren. Yeah, we did ignore the union dudes.
The fridge buzzes with energy.
My plan was to come back to it later, like as a power move, supposedly. So I'm gonna still try to go there today. Like after we finish this building, maybe we'll head over there and hopefully they're still there. The wall collapsed; it's inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Yeah, it's not looking so hot. Eh? Eh? Anything? Bueller? No? Alright, I'll let myself out. Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace? Look inside the furnace. Smear your hands with coal. Kick it with your foot. Kim, what is this thing? A furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Okay. But is there some kind of divine force in there? Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
I wonder if that's just in the bookshop.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. Nothing? I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs. Let's go with that.
Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
He looks up at the ceiling. See, he's interested because maybe that means that there was a, witness. Some kind of witness to the crime. Smear your hands with coal. Those voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity. She said it lives in the chimney. Yell hello into the furnace. The voices I heard.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
I'm gonna smear my hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient.
Perfect.
You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Oh man. Hajarat Kazari, smear your cheeks black with coal, or no, let's not express ourselves. Let's just wipe our hands clean on our pants. Nah, Inland Empire, we got this. Ooh, maybe no blackface? I didn't even think of that. I was thinking war paint as in like streaks of black, but he did say smear your cheeks black with coal. Maybe this is how we get in contact with the entity, though. We have to try it, right? We have to try it.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
Yeah, there you go. So it's just 3. It's 3 stripes. So we're okay. We didn't break any rules here.
What are you doing?
Poor Kim. I am the reincarnation of an ancient warrior. Nothing. Wipe your face clean. Sorry, that was stupid. I'm a reincarnation.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
Wipe it clean, or authority, don't wipe it. +1 because Kim trusts me. Yeah, I think no. I think we're a warrior now.
These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
Look, who's the psychic here? Just leave me to my thing. We're exploring this dark place. I need protection my war paint affords.
And this protects you?
This is traditional war paint. It will grant me safe passage with the spirits that guard this place, or it gives me confidence, and that's all that matters, Kim. No, this is traditional war paint.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
He stubbornly looks away from you and the furnace. Poor Kim. I feel like if we kick this with our foot, it's just gonna hurt. Let's up our physical instrument first. I think we have. Yeah, we do. Drama go away. We don't need electrochemistry. So we have +1 physical instrument.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the
72%.
furnace, coloring it pitch black.
We get +1 to yell hello into the furnace because we war painted our face. It was all worth it. Let's kick. I want to kick with my foot first, though.
A hollow ring echoes through
Ow.
the furnace. Your toe hurts.
I did think that might happen. Oh, we did 2 damage to ourselves. Alright. We hit ourselves twice. I was kind of hoping something might, like, fall out. You know? Like, maybe something would just kind of, like, tumble down from the chimney. That hurt a lot. Okay. At least he didn't kill us. But we get +1 from kicking the furnace. Oh, that's right. We lost one. Yeah, but it looked like it looked like negative. Like I just ate 2 of these. And we're still at -1. So we took 1 damage from the weights. And if we took 1 damage from the furnace and then I healed 2, we should be at full. But we're not at full because it brought me down to like, see the little weird half at the end there? There's like a little streak of red all the way to the left. It brought me down to like that. Okay. So we equipped the shirt that gives us plus to physical instrument. We painted our war face and we kicked the furnace. We got an 83% chance to yell into this furnace. Let's do it. It's not orange? What's not orange? This? What do you think it is? Red? I could see an argument for calling it red. It looks orange to my eyes, but I could see an argument for calling it red. To me, red is more this. And this is like almost kind of orangey. The HP said it was red. Well, I don't know. Did I say it was red? Well, I'm wrong. You're right. It's orangey red. All right, let's roll this die.
You muster
No!
all your strength and yell.
No! Come on! Did we really just get XCOM there? Ah, I can't believe that.
Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak.
I can't believe we failed that.
A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you.
Yeah, no kidding, Volition. Yo, we just got straight up XCOM'd.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Yeah, we'll try again later. Oh, man. Alright, let's go turn off that freezer. We don't want the red one. I guess it doesn't matter if we turn off the refrigerator, right? But we won't for now.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box.
Plug the black
The red
cable.
one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like it's the red one because it's black, the color of Remedial Cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without reason. No, I know why I did this. I did this to get the thing open. These are bad answers.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
You read the same note I did, Kim. You know it's in here.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
It's slowly melting. Alright, we'll have to come back. We get +2 from the machine being unplugged, and +1 for better grip of the gloves. And we could get another +1 from the tank top. Alright, so what time is it now? It's 10. So let's come back at let's come back in 2 hours. Let's come back at like 12:18 and see if it's cooled off enough that we can open it. God, I still can't believe we failed that check. Maddening. Alright, let's see what else we got in here, though. Can we go through here? Stairs. Let's finish this floor first. I didn't mean to go into the basement before then. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. Is this Emma's atelier? Maybe. Do they share a space? There's like the people making the game and a clothing place. What do we got? What do we got? More money. We can almost afford the cockatoo book. Skis with slipstream printed on the lamented top layer. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Okay. Production schedule filament memory. Huh. The cube-like crisscross of the filaments seem oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure is covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads production schedule. Note: this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. It's also worth 50 real. Should we plug it in? We did everything over here, right? Oh, there's this weird... Oh, that was the room that we were just in. Okay. It's just a little broken down. Let's try to read this thing.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press the play again.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Okay.
Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest?
Maybe.
Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
We can only hope.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
This'll be fine, right?
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Hi, East Peter Station.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Wait, can we talk to it? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? What's the production schedule? What are you, a machine or are you alive? What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
She repeats passwords. Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Sounds exciting.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's fair. I get that.
That's why she does this.
So that she has people to talk to all the time? Okay.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Ah, maybe that was the name of the game company. Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Well, maybe they used to. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
The static drowns her response. Okay. You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. Any other questions? What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. Please open this thing. I don't know the password. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Aww. Suggestion, you failed me. Is it my birthday?
Still no.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
Curses.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Oh, that's a long time. We don't have that kind of time.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
The voice of the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damp air. Well, I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Alright. We gotta go find a password.
For stress accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now. Press off silent.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the
What happens if I
framework
press
in a soft
print?
glow. Fluorescent flame, nothing happens.
Okay. Remove the production
The
schedule.
filament slides out of its glowing.
Alright. Anything
This
here?
old
Say anything about
fireplace
a
is covered
password?
in lines drawn in a diagram for summoning some time-forgotten radio frequencies, it seems. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Whoever decides all of this is gone, there's no way a little basement studio working.
My God, the schedule.
Nothing. It's just
Alright. Maybe on this?
your flashlight slides over an old green chalk. Some of the writing has faded with age,
Inspect the
but you can.
schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50.
No.
Everyone is constantly teetering on the edge of the abyss, an abyss of. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Kim has been patiently waiting to speak to you? About what?
A note in the bottom left corner. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and heat death of the universe.
Maybe one of those 3 is the password. Oh, look at that. He does want to talk to me. I did not even notice that. Good eye, G.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Computer, chalkboard, fireplace. Someone tried to exercise the curse using tech. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell are they making? No time. Let's move. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program.
No, that's not it.
Damn.
I think
Lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
They're trying to do radio D&D?
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Those mad lads. How are they planning on doing that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
Huh.
Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
A DM, you say? Has anyone ever done this before? And this was a role-playing game. What do you think happened to the company? Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Hmm.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Don't have it yet. And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
I think Kim wants to play this game. What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The lieutenant tilts his head, thinking. Untethered was one of the words written on the board. They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. The curse got them. I see no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Yeah, let's finish it.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
A half smile breaks out on his face. He says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Now we'll never finish the game. What's up here? Is here any creepy people?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Safety curtains.
This must be where the entity lives.
Yeah, those names, those words, those people that I heard talking.
This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Exactly, logic. Hello? I yelled, but it didn't work.
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. A sudden bout of self-pity comes over you.
It does?
Sire, may we suggest something?
Hi, drama.
Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm.
All right, I'll do it, drama. You just lead the way.
Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son.
Okay. We gotta put on some fishnets. Try some drama. Some diaphragm drama. What do we have here? Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Someone has been up here. Why else would there be shoes with melted snow on them unless somebody was outside? What do we have here? A postcard? Nice. La Delta 51. The sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes overhead. The ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist. Vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. 22 cents. 22 real cents. 22 real cents. Alright. Down we go. Into the haunted basement. We need to equipped. We need to equip. Are we already wearing it? We're already wearing it. Okay. Let's see if we can do this with drama.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, it's still a physical instrument check, though. Do we have physical instrument stuff? The shirt? Boom. So we're not wearing our drama shirt. We're just going to be dramaful.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
That gets us to 92%. Please don't XCOM me. Please don't XCOM me. Please don't XCOM me. Please don't XCOM me. Yell hello into the furnace.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
We hear a woman's voice. Answer. Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
The entity. This is the police who's there. I summon the ghost of this doomed commercials area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Good ears.
After you, officer.
What, are you worried, Kim? The entity will open the curtain. How are you looking? Still frozen?
This orange machine is dead still.
Yeah, still
It
frozen.
has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Not melted yet. What happens if we turn off that bear? Let me out! Let me out! Oh no, we're
Yes?
stuck here forever. There we go. Like, why would they leave the bear plugged in? There's nothing in it. Hello? There's a person living up here. This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. Oh, we found a nerd! The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. We found a nerd with a dice tower! Are you working on this project in secret? I bet you're working on this project in secret. Hello.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A novelty dice maker? Okay. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair. What color's your hair?
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones. I'm sorry, is tapping on the window the normal way people get your attention? Are you a bird?
So what kind of die are you looking for?
All of them.
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
For now.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Ooh. Hold on, what do you mean by Milios? You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking about dice? Move on. Never mind, I'll be back later. Hold on, what do you mean by Milios?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table. Oh man, this is a good side story, but I gotta go to bed. I get it, G. Enjoy your sleep, and maybe we'll resolve this side story in the VODs for you. Or maybe not. Maybe the entity will win. Thanks for hanging out, G. Have a good night. It's a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
No. I want to keep the charade going, but it won't let me. Why are you asking about dice? Move on.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Wow. That's fancy.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure. I like role-playing games. I need some dice. Maybe. I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers. Narrows eyes. I'm not interested in buying dice right now, and police officer need to ask some questions. Sure, I like role-playing games and need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set.
Oh, God.
Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. Fancy.
This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
So you became like the only dice maker.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt.
Cool.
That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Yeah, we're all kinds of good people here.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
I get it. Okay, I'd like to order a die from you. What do you know about the man who was lynched? Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place? Yeah, that one.
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I'd say that's a plus. Running a business paying no rent.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
And the entity is a dun-dun-dun dice maker.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into the shadows above. Do you happen to know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone. I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it a doomed commercial area? Do you happen to have all the other tenants?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
She adjusts her yellow scarf that covers her hair. Used to be a hair salon. What happened to the gym? What's up with the broken windows? Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts laying around. I found creepy mannequins. Oh my god, so many different things. Motor blades and skis. I found a strange machine. Taxidermy bear in the cellar. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working. Wow, so much. Just start at the top and work our way down, I guess, huh? Used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles. They should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
She tucks a strand of hair underneath the headscarf. What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Well, that's sad. Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's sort of king around here. He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine. He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth?
Yeah, that's who I mean.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Fair. And who was Artemitip?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Well, that's sad. How did that community project work out? Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work, did it? How did the community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Well, we should open up that punching bag.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Speaking of being peaceful, what's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
Yeah, that seems convenient.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milius. Who would have guessed?
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
And they never cleaned up the debris either.
Jerks.
Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Just glass everywhere. Cool, very cool about the debris. But what's a snuff milieu? I mean, it is what it sounds like, my man. It's a shame about those windows. I'm not even going to ask. No, we're going to ask.
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders
Jesus.
with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Aggressive.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Lieutenant turns to you. I get it, Kim, I get it.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Then she lets the thought go. Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Well, at least he had a hobby. Kept himself busy.
Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect right activists, what in the name of, or I didn't know insects had any rights or activists. What in the name of?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Okay.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Uh-oh.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Man, we all could have garments made of beetle wings right now. If only. I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. No. But insects don't have any brains or feelings. They got what they deserve. Making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea. But insects don't have any brains or feelings.
Actually, insects do have brains. But yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
Thank you for correcting me.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
She's been killing some flies. Ma'am, I'd like to talk to you about some fly murder.
Anything else?
The protester sent me. What's with the rotor blades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile. Isn't that always the way? Never let a CEO go on vacation. Take all your money with him.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Rude. Interesting what do these transmissions say, or that's illegal, running off of company money like that. Why hasn't he been arrested? Transmissions.
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Men like that are a curse.
The lieutenant is stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47.
Which we know was forever ago.
I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
There's a lot of junk in this place. I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
I'm sure she did. They were probably good customers.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
Yep, board game fights.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtain on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Or really, they must have been on a gigantic ego trip. The project did look impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
So they were commies.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic. And to show up to work on time.
It's tough to show up to work on time. Come on now.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important.
Says you, authority. Well, showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looks great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything they needed to succeed. Sure. Showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. No. It's too bad.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Fancy.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Alright, what about their other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
I mean, I guess that's one way to get people to come to the booth.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Yes, I believe I've met one of these youths.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls.
I know a girl just like that. She works in the frit. Yep. As a cashier, and she's not particularly friendly. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How else did you choose people around you? I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work for the business? No, I know a girl just like that. She's not very friendly at all. She's actually really mean.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumb into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
Not even a good refrigerator?
Eventually, Ravishore Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Yeah. Not Somley. It's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it'd come alive at any moment now. I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Megatherion?
Megatherion. A mega wild beast.
Nods the dice maker. What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Oh, so electrochemistry. Got it.
The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
The Ty wants to do drugs. Come on, Ty, let's do some drugs. I don't do drugs. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself. I don't have a comment on drugs or grab your necktie mumble. Not now, you beast. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself. She doesn't like people who do drugs, though. So I don't do drugs. Grab your... No, Sigma. Grab your necktie mumble. Not now, you beast. You madman. I'm going with I don't do drugs. I'm trying to win her over here.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
I know, but I do love them.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
We gotta level up. She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the morning light. Her eyes follow it idly.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps?
Yeah.
I've been here for a long time.
Let's hear more about stuff. We need our coat. Yeah, we do need our coat. And we can just keep pumping points into that and keep trying for our coat. Even though it's probably still going to be like 40% or something. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
She rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusky skin.
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Ah. So you tell me the doorbell with the empty name card was yours. I was wondering about the Whirl in Rags as a part of the same building complex. I saw a name. I want to ask her all of these. Let's start. So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card is yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the Whirling in Rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom. Albeit, I doubt that anyone responds.
That's real weird.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Hence the murder. I saw a name, East Delta Pinball, on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however.
Well, why not?
My advice? Don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
Pinball was a fad? This really is the darkest timeline.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Kim, you hate pinball. Also, I love that she's saying this as she has a business making dice, which, like, could easily have become a fad. Maybe it hasn't, but it could easily have. Like, board gaming could easily have died out, or it still could.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Yeah, no kidding. Kim just hates some pinball. A strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SCA. Somebody answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
She looks like she doesn't really believe you. That's fair.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
First, it wasn't Plaisance. I know her and would have recognized her voice. She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago.
Oof.
Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
I hope not.
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
Was eerie. You're right, I probably just got made fun of. No, it's something else, something eerie. Narrow your eyes. It may have been some sort of rare electrical anomaly. No, something eerie. Narrow your eyes.
Pranks can be eerie.
She looks as if she's still convinced it's nothing to be worried about.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Nope. Darn kids. I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
I have more questions about the intercom.
I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know? Sure,
Nope.
I'm listening.
What do we got? Actually, I had other questions.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Let's see. I heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
She nods as the wind howls in the furnace shaft above. Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then? Or, Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies. How do you explain all those failed companies?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Yeah, if only we didn't have capitalism. Capitalism? Am I right? Okay, brain, good work. Nailed it. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She convinced me the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Oh, how did you hear that? Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. Hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. No. She has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Some people, including you, since that's what you just told me when I asked. Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off, and customers have trouble paying bills. You're right, the whirling doesn't look like it's cursed. It has to be number 2, right? Its waitress just took off and its customers have trouble paying bills. Because both of those are about me. I'm having trouble paying my bills, and the waitress left because of me. So it sounds like I'm the curse. I did have trouble paying it. It's paid now, Sigma. But it wasn't paid for, what, like a week? And not only was it not paid for a week, the only reason why it was paid now is because Kim paid it for me. And I've got 25 real to my name, and it's going to cost me 20. So, like, who knows what happens in 2 days?
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years,
Damn.
selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicate to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get to you, and no doubt about it, it doesn't care about earthly time frames. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse. It's because you're competent, dedicate to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
Some would say they're one and the same. Continue.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Yeah, my psychic quest. I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously.
So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave.
Yeah.
Might I ask what supports this claim?
She seems mildly entertained by this suggestion. I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area, and you were the one who answered. There's something ghostly about you, ethereal even. Squint your eyes suspiciously. You're last man standing, you must be responsible. I don't have time for exclamations, not amidst these visions I'm getting. There's something ghostly about you, ethereal even. Squint your eyes suspiciously.
Ethereal? Thank you, but I think it's just the lighting.
Aw.
No, it's the troubled color of her energetic vibrations.
Ooh. No, I mean it. Your energetic vibrations are off. I sense tragedies in your past, darling.
Of course you do. Show me a person in Martinez who doesn't have any tragedies in their past, and then we'll talk.
She listens to your antics with a forbearing smile on her face.
If you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
She turns back to her work.
Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Shivers. Why hasn't her business failed? Huh. A shivers one. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard.
Yeah.
You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
Look at that big window.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus? And you never took your eyes off your work to look out your window? Do you often work Sunday nights? What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
That's true.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
She's busy. She's busy making dice.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
She looks up at the window. Pale light comes in. And you never took your eyes off your work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Oh, because her room is lit and it's dark outside?
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark
Fair.
outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I don't think we have anything that adds to shivers or takes away from it. Yeah, it's just a 2. I'd like to order dye from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Oh my god, look at all this. All right. Let's take 2 minutes here. I'm gonna refresh my water and hit the head real quick, and then we'll ask about some dice here. Probably do another hour, give or take, of disco before we finish for the evening. But if you need to go, get yourself a drink, use a restroom. Now's a great time. We'll be back in 2. Alright, I've returned. Let's ask about some dice. Do you know the Whirl Untethered setting? I want to die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. I'm sorry, I don't really know what I want. Just a normal die for me, please. Very regular. I'm looking for something to help with my work. Actually, I need more time to think about it. Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area, as cursed as my life, abracadabra, perished like this world. As cursed as my life.
All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Actually, I need to think about it first.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you know the untethered setting?
Ah, yes. Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course. I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
What's a standard role-playing die?
It's an icosy tetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll. Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
24-sided die. Why do you need to cast it in resin?
Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard like resin though, and voila, it's perfect.
Maybe I should get a different one.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
I'm a star myself, and superstars don't care about money. No, I'm afraid it's not worth the time.
Alright, maybe some other die then?
Just a normal die for me, very regular.
A normal die? I'm a novelty dice maker. I don't make normal dice.
What do you do then?
Polyhedral dice. Dice that have more than 4 sides. Octahedrons, trapezohedrons, dodecahedrons. But also barrel dice and teetered bows.
Man, so fancy here.
Come on now, be a little creative.
I'm looking for something to help me with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Police colors. Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best.
She smiles, almost apologizing.
Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Oh god. She tosses you the dice. No, my hand-eye coordination is not good. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
I can't believe we made that. We got 2 5s. Alright, cool. We're Mr. Smooth Moves. Wink at the dice maker, say nothing, act like you've done this 1,000 times. Wink at the dice maker.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
Dice maker winks back at you.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
Just call me Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
You're not wrong. I could still order dice from her. Alright, let's try this madness.
You feel nothing.
Yeah.
If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes, you need to connect. Yeah, let's do that. We need to connect.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
The dice maker stares at you while you start to fuss at your pants.
Officer!
Lieutenant exclaims sharply. The zipper, it's stuck. Is it just me or is it hot in here? I'm trying to lower my body temperature. It's part of a special technique I have. Never mind, that was a terrible idea.
Undressing in a stranger's place of business? Yes,
Sorry.
it was.
Sorry.
An unbelievably bad idea.
She trembles as if trying to shake it off.
Miss, I apologize for my colleague's
Sorry.
behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Just don't start with the pants, man. Start with the shirt, crazy person. Ooh, what do we have here?
Do you feel that?
Feel what?
Close your eyes. Reach out with your feelings. There's something paranatural at play here.
You're right, I feel it now.
Of course you do. You don't even know what it is you're feeling, but you can feel it. That's the mark of a true remote viewer.
That's me.
The time has come to connect to RVD HQ. By establishing a connection, you'll have proved yourself worthy as a remote viewer.
Close your eyes.
Everything all right, detective?
Shh, I'm trying to connect with the remote viewers division.
This again? Come on, detective. The joke has gone on long enough.
Ignore the lieutenant. He's never connected with anything paranatural. You're on different planes, metaphysically speaking.
Yeah, I'm very metaphysical. Keep your eyes shut.
It takes time to block out the sounds of the world. But once you do, it's like you're on a wavelength. Not like any natural wavelength. No, there seems to be something on the other end. If only you could listen closely enough.
Just listen harder.
Oh, for God's sake. This is a bunch of...
Bzzzt. Do you copy? This is RVD HQ. Anyone there?
Is this the remote viewers division? Clears the road. RVDHQ, this is Firewalker reporting for duty, or say nothing. Clears the road. RVDHQ, this is Firewalker reporting for duty.
Can it be? We haven't heard that name in ages. Welcome to the RVD, Firewalker. Bzzzt. You are a special man, and definitely not imagining it.
Definitely not imagining it. Alright. A lot of things happened. Items. Dice. Those are nice looking. These two 20-sided dice have the color of a police alarm. Bloodstone for red, lapis lazuli for blue. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks like you're arriving on the scene. And it's raining. Note, look at the map table and journal to see which white checks have opened. Wait, what? Did that open some checks for us? Getting the dice? Look at the map tab and journal to see which checks have opened. Damage ledger is open again. Backyard wall. All right. Damn it. These are already here. More damage ledger. Oh, racist lawyer driver opened back up. From Ada's Reek, a guide to well-behaved cockatoo. Novelty dice maker Shivers opened back up. Interesting. Cool. Cool. But noticeably, I don't think our coat did. But we can try the racist cab driver again. I don't even see the coat. Did I walk right by it? Policeman coat, there it is. So that's still not open. What do we need for the racist guy? So it was a red check, right? Not a red, but half light. Okay. What's going on in here? %of the way on this. 38 minutes left. And we got a new one. Remote viewers division. -1 perception for 5.5 hours. Close your eyes, let the consciousness surge forward. Sharp pain fills your body as the inner eye opens violently. A cascade of presences, some benevolent, some malicious, flicker into existence around you. An ocean of souls, different minds, different languages. There are so many of them, and their thoughts are so loud. It's scary and hard to control, but rubbing your temples with your fingers seems to help a bit. Do that. Yes. Good. Now you just need to concentrate really, really hard. That's right, one of these made our visual calculus worse. Ugh. Yeah, this one. Light left-wing dialogue options get +4 XP. Quite the trade-off. Alright. I don't think we're going to try to learn this yet. I think we want to use our skill point on something. On probably savoir faire. And try to do that jump again. But let's go talk to our friend bookstore owner, and then we will talk to that goddamn racist again. Oh wait, let's check on the refrigerator first, the freezer. Before we forget. I think it's savoir faire for the jump, for the coat jump. Pretty sure. Oh no, unplug the other one too.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
How are we looking?
This orange machine is dead still.
Nope.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
We will return. Anything different about this
The
guy?
bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
Alright, let's go talk to our friend. Yeah, pretty sure it's Savoir. Comes up at the top. Policeman's cloak, savoir faire. Reaction speed is the shelf of crime novels. Okay, we inspected the creepy place. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. To the bookstore. Hello again.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
She seems anxious. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Her eyes widen. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. Lie. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are many leads to follow, like that strange radio computer thing. There is another entity more malignant pulling the strings in Martinet. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Bankruptcy is I think I'm going with the capitalism.
Wait, what?
Her
The
entire
entire economic system is cursed?
her entire face goes white as a skull.
This is a lot for her to pass.
I'm afraid that only world revolution can help you. Yes, the system must be cleansed of immigrant labor. No, get out of here with that. It's true, we live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to chaos. What I meant was, I found the source of the doom. Forget about the economy thing. Revolution, only revolution can help you.
Another revolution?
She looks down at the pendant in her trembling hands. She collects herself.
I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person.
Aww.
I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own.
As she has to, every day.
Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
She concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Yeah, we can go. I mean, we got 7 experience points, so there is that. Yeah, all sad. I mean, I guess I could have lied to her or gone, like, super psychic on her. I guess. Seemed wrong. Alright. Let's go talk to the driver. Our racist driver, quote unquote friend. I don't need this flashlight equipped. Where is my bag? There we go. Oh, the gardener's gone. I wonder where she went off to. Hey, you.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
We got an additional +1 from the dice. That's cool. Alright, let's give it a try.
Men like
Nice.
this only respect 2 things.
Nice.
Strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The ladies' driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
He's strangling him right now. Getting super aggressive with it.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant kip. You're gonna be bleeding kip dick, you hear me? I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go on police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. I know where your lorry is. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Exactly. Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
He waves south.
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Nice.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Yeah. Right, I'm going. Alright, let's do this. Green lorry by the monument. Okay, here's the monument. It's this one.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The lieutenant peeks inside. Try to peek in the window, try the door handle. How are we going to get this open, Kim? Peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
How are we going to get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Let's try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Let's check our fizzle instrument. I think we have a shirt. Alright. Close. There we go. We have the pry bar. We have the pry bar.
This screen found, A to Z,
Still
contemporary,
28%.
is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Pry bar
Yeah.
in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
The window appears to be shatterproof. I'm sorry it didn't happen. Really? Hit again? Hit again.
Another futile thunk
Aw.
sounds in the brisk coastal air.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
The lieutenant takes the pry bar from you and gestures for you to step back. Then, with short warning,
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
well, good thing Kim is like the opposite of me. Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
He gives you a nod. He gives you a nod and gives you the tool back. Open the door.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy.
Enough of the posters?
The actresses and the rare actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Well, let's unfold that newspaper.
It's an issue of TheVGViking from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
What if that has anything to do with the other radio frequencies we were looking at in that building?
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thoughts trail off. Lieutenant leans over your shoulder to examine the note. Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Let's check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
That's strange. Davy grip, maybe?
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Aha, I have logic. Thanks, logic, for confirming my logic. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right. Yeah, it would.
Yes?
He likes where this is going.
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
He's like, I've already done it, but come on, man, you should get to say it. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lenses. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. First the drug smuggling, and now this. How deep does the rabbit hole go? Or women, shakes her head, always up to something. First the drug smuggling, now this. How deep does this rabbit hole go?
We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
He writes something in the little blue notebook.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Interesting.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Lieutenant leans closer to the radio and hums. Why would anyone need so many radio stations? Is there anything we can do with the radio? Why would someone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
He flicks a switch on the radio.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
Yeah, like a drug cartel. Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Close the door.
Close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective?
He steps away
Before
from
we
the lorry.
return to Joyce?
Let's see that note.
The note is written with a blue pencil
This is
on a
the other
piece
one.
of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio. So you'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP.
We don't have the other note, though. Okay. A word.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? I don't think there's anything to discuss. Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect.
Yeah,
Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
seriously.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this? How do you think this is connected to the Union? Will RCM open an investigation of this? How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, We use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Good to know. Will the RCM open investigation to this?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Alright.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
True. What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this? They don't.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of them in there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Could the film industry be involved? Maybe the trader is some kind of cinephile.
Yes, well...
He doesn't say more.
Unimportant.
Yeah. It's certainly unimportant. Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
We did it, and we didn't even have to bother our friend. Got a minute? Yes? So I just really haven't saved in like ever. He wants to talk to me? It's so rare.
I saw you poking around in
Uh-oh.
Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it. No trouble. She's going to be fine. There's going to be an investigation. Sorry, man. I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation. Are those words? I mean, he's been pretty forthcoming about everything except who she was. The racist told her cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who'd tell on her. But, is she in trouble?
No trouble. She's going to be fine. There's going to be an investigation. Or sorry, I can't disclose. There's going to be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
He lets out a whistle, looking about 10 years older suddenly. What should I do to help her? No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it. The last thing we need is more civilians involved, or I really don't know. No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plans with those rhymes anyway? Alright, I had another question actually. Good luck with that. Gotta run. What's the plans with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The thought lightens him up. Why Tommy Lehom?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
I think Jerry's fine.
It's more him.
Alright, I had another question actually.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Conceptualization. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. Do we have anything that adds to conceptualization? I think we're wearing it. Let's see. Nope, we do have plus one more. And actually, you're supposed to be here. Alright, so we have plus 2 to conceptualization. Let's give this a shot. Concept.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
58% plus 2 hunted across planes of existence. Let's do this. I'm gonna hit him with our best verse.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
Uh-oh. Also, Noted. We failed by 1 again. We always fail by 1. She broke me. She fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will.
No, stop. He's already mortified.
Oh no. No, Tommy. These are my rhymes. Listen. She fucked me till I bled. Oh my god.
That's
Ow.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts. It's a poem. Or continue. I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom. It's a poem.
Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but
Oh my god, I have to continue. I'll never be the same again. She always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom.
yeah,
He doesn't know what to say.
yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
Sorry for my rhymes.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Fine, Kim. I just wanted to tell him my rhymes. No more rhymes. What was that?
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved?
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Wait, what did I crack exactly? Open and shut. I didn't even need to think about this anymore. Goodbye. Finished thought. Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband. It's the missing husband. Oh no. It's the future leader of the proletarian uprising. It's some third option. It's her husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Give me champagne, I'm going in. This doesn't add up, I'm only making a fool of myself. Give me champagne, I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
I think authority's trying to screw me up here.
The suicide of Kraz Mazov.
Thought complete.
It's clearly a lie. Kraz Mazov didn't shoot himself. Reaction was on the counteroffensive. The State Day Palace in Mirova was surrounded. He was either assassinated or died in the bombing. You might even have evidence to support this, somewhere in your brain. Mazov was never given a state funeral by the communists. Some people even say the body that was recovered from the ruins wasn't his. There, good. Hero restored to glory. Carry on, comrade.
Carry on, comrade. White check failures heal all morale. Alright, that's cool. I fail white checks all the time. That's pretty sweet. And +1 rhetoric. Cool. Cool. I want to save. I'm currently saving 1 point, is what I'm doing. That's why we have 1 point still. Doesn't really show you where it is though, huh? Just reading who it's cool for. Interesting. Yeah, does it say, like, it says level up, but it doesn't say if I have any, how many points I have saved anywhere, does it? Am I just missing it? Maybe here? Boring cop 2, huh? Communist 9! Good cop bad top 12. Honor 3. We're up to 3 honors somehow. Okay. Let's go talk to this guy before we go tell her that this guy's her husband. Cannot talk to him. Okay. I'm sure this will go fine. This won't cause any problems. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
But you said you didn't know where he was. Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
She's getting impatient. Her hand's now picking on a random book cover. There, point to the working class drunk down near the sea. Right around the corner, he has pissed himself. Our hammer-toting comrade was at the bottom of those stairs. There, point at the working class drunk.
Excuse me?
She blinks. I don't follow.
I don't follow.
Oh, she said I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working class drunk and thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
She glances over her shoulder towards the drunk. What? I'm not saying what. Something bad, I guess? I'm sorry. I say stupid things sometimes. I didn't mean to annoy. We could get a bonus point to Sorry Cop, maybe.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ah. But you told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
She takes a step back. So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park, or in Shamrock somewhere. Drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She looks completely forgotten. She has completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead. Oh no. I think I broke her.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me or do we have a missing person case here? Don't worry, I'm going to find him and bring him back, promise. Well, if he's with his friends and he's not really missing, no need for the police to get involved. Don't take the case. Don't worry, I'm going to find him and bring him back, promise.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
We're on the case.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
Oh my god, do I have questions. So many questions. What does your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
What just happened? Something just changed drastically on the screen. So let me guess. He's disco? Or like a late-stage alcoholic then? Right, we're dealing with a cop. What do you mean by all that? Like a late-stage alcoholic then?
That's one way to put it, yes. No offense. I'd also add he's a little bit chubby.
Oh, I'm not a little bit rude. I see. What else?
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining.
Fancy.
The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds.
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Oh, how cool is this jacket?
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if that jacket is really that cool, then I can totally understand. Or, he took it out of the bin? Wow, that's filthy. Look, sometimes people take things out of bins. It's fine.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
Good, we did a good thing here, making people worried. When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. He went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home.
Her eyes become cold with recollection.
Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Sorry.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
We did it. We got it out of her. I think I got it, thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
Yeah, I'm on the case.
She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask.
Just don't be a dick, is what Suggestion is saying. Yes, I'll bring him back to you. Take the case. Sorry, we've got our hands full at the moment. Maybe some other time. No, we're going to take the case.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
You sense gratitude in her voice.
She tries to maintain a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
He gives her a slip of paper.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
The woman takes the slip of paper. It's a phone number. Thanks. Oh, let's give these guys their ball back. Sorry, bull. Oh, wrong way. We have a bull for you. You.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
He salutes you. Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle? Hold out the antique firearm. I found you guys a new bull. Hold out the ball. For composure. Gross. I found you guys a new bull.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
The old veteran stares at the shot put ball in silence, then speaks in a reserved voice.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Yeah, also, it's like worth 11 real or something. It's like the most expensive thing I own right now. So if you could like cut me some slack, because I could just sell it so that I can make rent tomorrow. Exactly, and I really did try. There's not going to be an alternative. I suggest taking it. I'm very sorry. It's the best I could find. I really did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing.
Rude.
Fine. You tried to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
Appreciate it. 10 experience. I don't know if 10 experience is worth the 11 real I would have got. Yeah, orb. We gave up our orb. Our 11 real orb. I don't know, maybe he's got some insight on this rifle that will make it worth more. Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
He says, taking the rifle.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
He adds, handing the rifle back. In the basement there. Points at the bookshop. Sorry, I can't divulge that information. What do you mean fine? This is my rifle. I always have it with me. In the basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away.
He looks at the building.
As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
I mean, we can try this check. Do we have anything that helps our composure? Composure, what color are you? You are yellow. Let's see. No, just reaction speed, because these are all red. We're not wearing anything that reduces composure, are we? No. Okay. Let's give it a shot.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
I would like to try this really hard check, please.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
Well, at least we got +2 morale.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
He adds. He turns back to you.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
I mean, maybe. You got anything to add, bud?
I have really outdone myself.
He takes a bite
This
out of
is
his sandwich. He's a big sandwich guy.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Rude.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
Loves that sandwich.
Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
I could ask for a bite of his sandwich. Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Shane, maybe you can help me with something else then? Really, you know absolutely nothing? Come on, you must have heard something. Really? You know absolutely nothing?
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Yeah, it's smiling apologetically.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Ooh.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
His cheeks turn red.
Respects?
The old carabiner can't believe what he's hearing. Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Rude. Week in a day. Screw you, Sigma.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone impotent in the Union. I just know Evrard.
His eyes are furious. How do you know Everett? Are you a Union member? Thanks. How do you know him?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
He says solemnly. He's not thrilled about it.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The carabiner snaps at Gaston.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lieutenant lowers his voice.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a Union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
His cheeks turn red again. In many ways, quote unquote?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Oh, that's interesting. His eyes fix on the bulls in the crater. You're getting paid. You must be doing something.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important.
What a great description.
I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Everett?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had this long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Interesting. Thanks, that's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Wanted to ask you about the Union again. Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
Fine.
The only one you have.
Wow. Please, man, can I have just one bite? Don't be a dickist on this point for everyone. Okay, I'm not that hungry anyway.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
We could try to convince him to relinquish his sandwich with rhetoric. It's a legendary check because he really wants his sandwich. Amazing. I don't want his sandwich that badly. Alright, let's go talk to our... Oh.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first. Kim, look, bullet holes. Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Kim, look, bullet holes.
Where?
He looks around. Point to the chips in the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Okay, what can you tell me about this revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
Fine. But we got a level. Now we have 2 skill points. I'm gonna save one of them, and I'm gonna spend one of them after we chat with our friend here. Company lady. Hello again.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat and looks at the ripples on the water's surface. I could use a coat like that. This rain is freezing. No need. Tell me something. I could use a coat like that. This rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy.
Must be nice.
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
She gives the material another pat. I spoke with the lorryman about, who spoke with the lorryman at the runabout?
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Oh, there's 70 experience points. We're close to another level. Oh, wait. Where exactly are those eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
How dare you?
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
No, I'll let the lieutenant handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
That's the better answer.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
She says, her tone more cautious suddenly.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
we also think it might break into a civil war? Jesus.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
How are the lynchings and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Okay.
Who are they, exactly?
Yeah.
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Uh-oh. Can't trust the commandos.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Oh, good. Well, sounds like maybe there's only 2 of them now.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
Uh-oh.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Well, sounds like he got what he deserved. What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
What do you mean, for now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Sounds like a witch hunt.
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Okay. You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not Disco. Maybe the investigations can team up. You know, share resources and intelligence. Oh boy, this is not good. Maybe they can team up.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put...
She grabs a hold of the mainsail.
If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Yeah, by freaking out and killing everybody.
They would have to project strength and power.
Yeah.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Yeah, at least.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
She leans back.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
She is silent for a moment and then concludes, as I said, a bloodbath. I can't see it happening. Too many things would have to go wrong first. This is a pretty bleak scenario describing. I think the confrontation is inevitable. Pretty bleak scenario.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. I mean, medical condition, remember?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Now we have 3 skill points. Alright, what can you tell me about the Crenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
Indeed, Inland Empire. Indeed.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
And such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Right. So it doesn't matter what they do. Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
Ugh. Where are your resources when we need them?
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Great. You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Well, he did have some kind of ecstasy or whatever in his eyes when we did our examination of the corpse, so that could be from that. Who did the passing on then? What did these teenagers by the canal say?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Are you making the connection I just did, Kim?
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
He's probably partying with me.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Oh, is this maybe the... I think this was the waitress and it really wasn't me? No, she said I was the worst customer ever.
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
My psychic powers tell me that I will soon meet her. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him?
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
She tosses her head. And his name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Radio operator?
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
Okay.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
She nods. Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
How dare they? We are more than quote-unquote vigilantes.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Exactly. Vigilantes, the RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from? We still need to know where they are. We'll confront them directly. Okay, we're still clear at the moment. Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
Is that a roll? I'm wondering why I healed my morale. We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
This is a red check. It cannot be retried. Yeah, give it a try, I guess. Where are these mercenaries?
This is so embarrassing.
Ow.
You have no idea. There's something wrong with your brain. Luckily, the lieutenant still has his.
We missed by 1 again.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I've been around Martinez and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Not a terribly good actor, that one. Still.
And the other one, the Pole, must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking the roundabout. She was reporting back to you while we were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Is that the person smoking up on the balcony of the rag?
That would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
She nods, poised and unperturbed. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
We have 5 days. Okay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
It's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes a photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
Well, what do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like vias on a microcircuit?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
They would mark their bodies to map their travels. Crazy. What is the use of this map? What travels did the dead man make? Who could tell me more? It's all for the tattoos. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
I see.
Where is he now?
This one's going nowhere but the morgue. I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse. This one has flown quite far by now. Nowhere, there is no soul. I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
I can't believe she remains unfazed by that. I just told her I'd talk to a dead man. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Interesting.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Crenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who can tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Maybe. You're right. Not a good idea. Leave it off the schedule. I need the information. Mark it down.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
We're always careful. Come on. That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Thank you. That's all for now. All right. We have so many tasks. So many tasks. I think we have plenty. That's right, we have that smoker tonight as well. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. We have 3 points to spend. I'm definitely going to save 1. We might want to consider spending the other 2. Oh, the electronic doorbell. So many things that we can try. Damage ledger again. Renee. Oh yeah, that was a tough one. Abandoned Lori. He already broke that. We don't really need to do that. Ugh. This screen is unfortunately not very easy to use. Like, why do I have to scroll like this? Silly game. Alright. We have to put a point in savoir faire, right? Like, have to. We don't have to, but we should. And then maybe I'll unlock. Here we go. Accept changes and close. And then let's start a thing. You have to unlock this, and then we can internalize this. -1 perception. Should be fine. Let's internalize this. There we go. And then we'll save that last skill point for emergencies. It's in our emergency skill point. Alright. I don't know what it's going to be now, but it's still not going to be good. Maybe we'll have a 50-50 shot now. Save game. Alright, so that's it for me for this evening. If you are hanging with me live, well, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it much. Hope you had a good time with some Disco Elysium tonight. If you are catching me in the VODs, well, thank you for taking a couple minutes out of your day to spend some time with us. If you don't want to catch us on the VODs, and you want to catch us live, well, I stream most Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Been on a pretty good run recently, but there will be hiccups. But most Tuesdays, Sundays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, you know, whatever order. Usually start about 9 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard and go until at least midnight Eastern Standard. And if you don't want to have to memorize that schedule or anything like that, you can join some of the other cool folks who went ahead and joined the Viking Raiders by pressing that old follow button. That allows you to jump in the longboats, become a Viking Raider, and get notifications when we go live. So you don't have to remember when I go live. You just see a notification. Come hang out with us. On my way out here, but let's see. There's a couple of us here, so let's see if there's anybody good that we can send a raid on over to. Just give me 2 seconds here. I'll see if we got somebody fun. So if you want to stick around, appreciate it. We'll go ahead and raid somebody. Fantomo, eh? Sure. This person's playing Genshin Impact, which I've never played before. So let's go hang out with them. Let's go do that. If you'd like to join me for at least a couple minutes over at Fanto Tomato, I'd appreciate it. If not, or either way, I will hopefully catch you on the next one, which will be this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you there. Hope you all have a good evening. Good night.